No, I'll stick with this one. Thank you. I'll stick with this one. It's really nice to see you here this evening, and to everyone online in your homes and warehouses and wherever you are. Thank you, and it's a real pleasure to be here. I'm going to kind of talk through a little exercise that I have made for tonight. So it's like a premiere. I realise, Simon, I'm taking up one of my minutes by just waffling a little bit, so let me get into it. I like to call it a little exercise because there's no kind of analysis or reflection involved. For me, an exercise is something you just do. In French, they might use the word étude, and you might have heard that in musical compositions. Those of you who play it, an étude might be an exercise. I like to think of it as an unfinished practice. So that's what I'm going to talk about tonight. And hopefully make some connections between printmaking and poetry, poetry and printmaking. So, let me just turn on my little etude. So, made in the USSR around the 1950s, I think, and it is called an etude. I'm particularly proud of this because I bought it for tonight. I love to buy a new bit of kit or get donated an old bit of kit. Just love to have it. So this is my instrument for tonight. Okay. I thought I might just introduce the etude because no one can hear it but me. Let's just see if this works. So that is actually the noise that's it speaking right now. That's its noise. Okay. So I've got my instrument sorted. That's what I'm going to use. I now need some content. Fortunately, my friend Martin Wakefield put out a call. He's written 49 poems called Takes, and he said to our poetry group, of which there are people here, Patrick as well, to do something with these poems. And one of the things he wanted to do was printmaking, and I said, that's fine, Martin, but you choose the one. So he emailed me a poem and said, it's called Being, and can you do something with this? Being. You can't rely on the horizon here. It shakes and tumbles, draws down your eyes until they need to shut. The after images are clouds or mountains, black against red. It's all so much more real on a screen. If you get under the skin, the shell shapes whole. The line is real, but negligible, but obligatory. And so I do what I do quite often in my practice. I turn to another lovely tool that I've got, which is my granddad's old typewriter. He died just after his 100th birthday, and I took it out there, put a new ribbon in, and just kind of type. So I thought, okay, I will type the first line of Martin's poem. And I found by actually projecting this onto the wall, it made me laugh a bit because I've kind of got a line like that on my wall at home, and it made me laugh. You can't rely on the horizon here. No, I can move it around, I can wobble it, I can put it wherever I like. It's a completely unreliable horizon, and I've made a typo because I've written horizons and not horizon. And that's where I started. I thought, right, I'm going to make some unreliable horizons. those of you in the print business will see that I've used a very sophisticated letterpress kit here called Blockface. You might have seen it online, 24-piece modular typography stamp kit. So using that and a stamp pad, I got to work on making some unreliable horizons. They can also go quite big. And one here, which depending which one. Depending on your power source, again unreliable. And which way up? I've got 2 horizons there, or is it 4, 1 there? Not sure. Again, I'm calling it another unreliable horizon. Oh, just show this one. I like this one because I put some Letterpress on it as well. Ta-da! Another unreliable horizon. And then, you'll be pleased now, I got to the last one. And it's last because it's 14 lines. And I thought, that's it, that's my last horizon, 14 lines. But then this horizon kind of said back, well, write 14 lines then. It's kind of a bit of a challenge back. So I will end with the 14 lines I wrote to end this exercise. Unreliable horizons. Medieval blue pigment made in Japan. Imprints tacky fingers and stays. Doubtful it will work. The image smears, or is it hazy? Black and red ribbon feeds a bichrome path. Under tension, his typewriter makes papery holes to see through or find a view. Emulsion clouds this side of film, mounted between glass squares, facing the lens, registered and framed. I lick the end of his correction pencil, pick up where he left off, rubbing the 14th line. Thank you.